Come on, Lamar. I just wanted you to throw the ball. How many games you picked? Ah, nigga. Adrian left his team, dog. Hey, that. What the hell are you waiting for? Ball fell off. Yeah, when you're not producing, you just sitting there. Yeah, it's gonna hit you hard. They ain't got their pick though. Jay Breezy got it. That's why he was mad at you when you lost him.
Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle.
Adrian probably got his.
The Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
You don't?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here.
His team nice.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they worked this. He
got 4 yards on that run.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Chubb gonna work today. I'm playing this thing again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A run for Nick Chubb.
How is he getting yards? Oh yeah, he hurt. He hurt. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Know what you gonna do? You can put it all on Chubb's shoulders, and now he hurt.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a
bring
third
Derrick
and
Henry
3.
ass out. Decommission him.
He'll drop to throw.
We gonna decommission
Samuel, but it's
Give me this.
Picked off near the 29, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a
Oh, you gotta show the string. He coming back.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go.
He ain't got it. Oh, that nigga did it.
And unable to connect
That nigga did that.
Oh,
he ain't catch it?
Took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Come on.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards, it says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
23 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right.
I don't care if you there. I'm throwing it anyway, nigga.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 31.
I know which one he was on block.
Solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 22-yard
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
From the 22, Jackson.
Let's go.
Man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
to number 87.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Naheem Hines on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that
none of that?
None of that. With turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Come on now.
Trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ravens 14, Browns nothing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Browns' 36-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Trying to put forward on it, they got the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Complete to number 7.
A 15-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Point after.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
The ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Ingram holds it in.
Ingram, huh?
And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now it's Henry.
Oh, that's my fault. That's my fault. I'm supposed to kill that
nigga. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
where he go? Where he go? You don't know. Get my ball.
Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Too high.
Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete.
That's Denzel Ward. I give him
Scared
that.
to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Type of punt.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's Hines.
I know where to go.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety?
And for the 3rd time here, this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think.
Oh, you got to make that play, young boy. You got to make that play.
But not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock.
That's a tough
Give
play.
yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense are going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw on the crossing route. Complete. It's Adams. And he's going to have the 1st down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
That ain't no dodge, though.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked ball down at the 2. And he'll be brought down
It's 21
at his
nothing
own
right now.
10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a
Stalled.
hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Going to the right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
So you got Ramsey
So
playing
they'll come up
strong
first and 10
safety.
now from the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for number 11. Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
At the line of scrimmage. It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to launch this thing way down.
None of that, player. Who throw dots?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. On the return, Clay. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Oh, come on, man. That's supposed to be touchdown.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to look downfield.
That's
for
a bad
Barkley.
throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is caught.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Man, you been
all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens add on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Browns nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I just realized this thing got a whole new stadium.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
You really threw that. Oh my God.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Where you going?
They passed him off to each defender.
Big fellas up front.
Making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hold on, go for it.
2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
You ain't seen that.
Another interception.
Get this 40 piece.
Let's get that
swagger. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Well, PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag
40
on the
piece
play.
kingdom.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now.
No, I'm doing this against somebody in my division.
And this will be a touchback as that sails
42 to 9, man.
25-yard line.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position?
Check on my phone.
A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the
no, he didn't score yet.
Pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that
better
plan
work
and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front, they got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
That's a tumble.
Stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal, they're going with Chubb.
Oh, come on, man.
Touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
That's fine. Whatever.
Get this one back to within at least
7
some
points.
measure of respectability.
I guess he could go home and rest his head on something.
They make the score a little bit
Again,
more
shut me out
respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Ravens 42, Browns 7.
It's E to be eating on this Madden game.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Niggas is rooting. Gotta be rooting.
And they will not get a chance to return.
The moment your team ain't writing you down, nigga, they gonna kill you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you,
Some
in
boys
the
ain't fast
2015
enough.
season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the 44, Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 31. From the gun, Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And this is
Woo!
intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds.
Oh, he almost got him.
Very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance
come on, I'm supposed to pick that, man. What are we doing?
And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Really?
However, we do have a flag down.
Come on, man.
Let's check in with our referee. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
The Ravens 13-yard line.
Now left side on the swing pass. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They run with Hines. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
You dropped it. Come on. Oh, you gotta finish the play.
But it'll be 2nd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise the pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete.
You
with
hit
the
my
flag
nigga
in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here on the floor, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a home date next week.